This will be review of Bucchigire for episode 1 to 12. Review will break into sections with only non-spoiler part will be at the start, then we will always spoiler after the sign disappear. This is Anime RRR. Anime RRR review reflect ranting, ranking. It's like 4R, right? Review, reflections, ranking, and ranting. I add ranting because I just remembered. But for overall non-spoiler part, original anime often pointless. Doesn't know where to go. Bucchigire also the case. Another case of failure, along with extreme hearts. Bucchigire is not that disastrous anime, but it's certainly plain and doesn't have anything either. Bucchigire has a lot of reference from the past, Japan as being core theme of the story, but ended up as being annoying things. Bucchigire is not like Cowboy Bebop or Michiko to Hachin. Bucchigire doesn't know what directions to go, nor Bucchigire have ideas to do what some ideas. Anime is certainly good, but when it comes to plot, this anime is lackluster. Results in lackluster hollow story in the entirety of the run, because Bucchigire doesn't have continuous stories to show just pointless fight and wars. All in all, this is disappointing and pointless feeling of watching the experience. This is because partly 70% is the director is to blame, because the director is now direct and also writing the script, which this director doesn't know anything about, barely know how to write a good story. Certainly result in really hollow storyline, because this director only doing storyboard and animated only most of the time that I see, probably 90% of the time of this director. He doesn't have experience to direct through anime, little to no experience to direct through anime, so only thing this anime get is interesting fight scenes and somewhat whole plain story, but finished until the end. So the middle is the middle between 1 to 2 episode, and episode 2 to 12 is hollow. So to the spoiler part, overall of Bucchigire. This Bucchigire starts strong, but after about 2 episodes, doesn't know where to go next. This anime is a great version of Shield Hero. While there's one-dimension villain for keepsake, it still makes sense of the story progressing. Some big fight like Fi have a somewhat realistic fight, but still lack straight line. A fight like ship fight is fun to watch, while really there's no interesting story made to it. For Bucchigire shortly, writing in this anime failed to find idea for continuing story. Bucchigire stuff reference of the past a lot for some reason, I guess to promote. For ideas of Bucchigire. This is a part where I have mixed feelings about Bucchigire. Just a good idea like using so creates weapons. There is idea, I don't know why they are putting in, or only for reference sake, like Ryoma War for Onmyoji Souls so Minori, just to stuff supernatural themes for no reasons. The theme isn't connect either. This anime doesn't know what its audience is, what it is niches in the first place. If this anime know its audience, story wouldn't be this plain. And if this anime aim for people in Japanese history community, they would put in supernatural power and an unrelated fictional organization that doesn't have an interesting dimension, or we know what it is in the first place. And the story isn't answer either until the end. Still doesn't answer either after the end, the ending of the story. Well, Cowboy Bebop doesn't aim at this audience either, but Cowboy Bebop doesn't stuff any reference to it. Cowboy Bebop certainly has the unique ideas, unique characteristics of people who directing it, and it fleshed out. And Cowboy Bebop knows its themes as don't. It's not like Cowboy Bebop don't know where to go, but Cowboy Bebop is having really clear themes that it just flow with the story, whatever it would be in the space. But when it comes to Bucchigire doesn't have clear ideas to what story trying to achieve. You just go on and on with the pointless stuff that happen on the story. Scenario in this anime is kind of only exists for the sake of showing reference stuff. In the first 2 episodes, there is world building build up a bit like Assassin's Guild or Power, but later I feel like the story is not important anymore, doesn't have construct story arc nor long-term goal. And story in this anime feels pointless. Finish story arc of some character at the end feel pointless because lack of middle of the story. There is also some weird romance part that there is no reason to put into, and it's kind of awkward. For the animation of Bucchigire, animation is consistent. There is some scenes that put in frame of the past character for extended time period, so I know that this anime is out of the budget and time. Animation style effect is super pleased to look at because I like these color schemes of brownie and settings of Edo period. Sounds, some of them fit the tones of the past Japanese, so I don't have nothing to say much as I'm not expert, but feeling kind of repetitive soundtrack of some part. As the opening of this anime doesn't have enough budget, so it seems so official opening video played old music repeated or other thing I don't know indicate that this anime is doesn't fully being that anyone people who create this anime doesn't really that concern or put it all into this anime to be create, or anyone serious about this anime to be a thing. So I don't really care about putting in effort to review this anime much either. Directing, for animation and style art, this director doing a great job. Sadly, due to a lot of profile in doing animation, there's almost no experience of him doing director job or scenario script writing story. So as expected, the story felt like there's no meat at all. Many part is plain and predictable. This guy's only fit for a fight scene, it seems. Character only, other than start and the end of the character, shows almost little to no growth. Due to lack of plot, we see this character as real hollow. I consider give the score of 6 out of 10. Okay, but if measured by today's standards of any anime with better visual and character development and character arc, or even the story, 6 out of 10 okay is not fit for the score is 5 out of 10 so